I feel like that moment in UFC era is like, 2 or 3 of you guys are top in the division and you guys are fighting the top talent. And you guys are all training with each other and your entire team was elite. And we don't see a lot of that anymore. We see these massive gyms with like 300 students and they're hoping to get 3 or 4 top athletes out of that. What do you think is the biggest difference between your era and what we're seeing in today's time?
Yeah, we're one of the only teams that like all came up together. These super gyms, guys all moved there, but we helped coach each other, and extreme loyalty you don't see. And we had some other savages at our gym too, like Gil Castillo, this guy David Terrell. They also both fought for the UFC. We just had a huge ton of loyalty at our gym, which you don't see very much anymore. Yeah. And we were very fortunate. It's hard to find that. We were very fortunate to have that. And then, early on, we were fighting in Japan as you were, and man, how amazing was that, Rampage?
Oh my God.
You were a really big star there. I was like a little bit of a star over there, but you were like a superstar in Japan.
Bro, it was like a dream, right?
Yeah,
it was like a dream going over to Japan. I used to love it. I can go over there. I could be a huge star, have like a lot of fans.
Waiting for you at the hotel.
Then come back home and live a normal life. Nobody knew who I was, and I loved it. I loved it that way.
Yeah, it was just so unreal. I remember the first time, I'd never been on a plane, and then I was flying out to Tokyo with Nick Diaz, just like I was a poor kid from like, the trailers, and I'm on a plane going, whoa, I'm going to Japan. Get there, just shocked. But then you go in there in a big arena. I was fighting Hayato Sakurai. He was #2 ranked fighter in the world. Went out there, pulled a huge upset, and I was just like, whoa, this is crazy.
Well, you submitted him?
In a big decision, but the guy's not known anymore, unfortunately. But at the time, he was a huge superstar, especially in Japan. Yeah. So it was fighting in Japan was unreal.
How did you celebrate after that? Did you go out to
Roppongi and partied hard? I'm not gonna say if I did or didn't bring any.
You can't talk about it.
I didn't do anything.
I was very excited when Gil said he would jump in on the podcast because I know we have a lot of time with Jake. One thing before Gil, I don't know what time you got to head out, but one thing I wanted to touch upon with you is underneath this like huge crew of fighters that everybody considers like the tough guys in the sport, what do you think was the biggest reason why you guys had such longevity? We see a lot of guys go in and out of like fame and in and out of wins, but it seems like you were able to just be dominant for years.
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, we just created a stable, right? We all had we're all loyal to each other. We're all disciplined. We had the same dreams, and we just stayed on track, stayed on path. We stayed humble along the way, even to this day. I mean, all these guys are great, man.
That's rare, though.
We all had like 20-year careers, which is rare. Yeah, like you're right. A lot of these guys are hot for a second and gone. I was thinking that one day. Like Nate's still fighting.
And the longevity of your guys' body. Like, I feel like you guys were able to stay healthy. You guys understood the signs of cardio. We see like the Diaz brothers doing these triathlons, and you guys are always cutting weight. Even I saw you like 2-3 years ago over here, and you were in great shape still. Like you're still fighting and whatnot.
Are you a vegetarian like these guys?
Oh, no way, bro. No, it was best being a roommate with him. We never had problems. I had all my protein. Yeah, those grass over there. I was just,
you didn't try talking him to being a vegetarian.
Oh, I tried, but there was zero luck. But I got Nick and Nate.
How you become a vegetarian though? Why you?
I grew up that way, so it's easy.
Your parents was one?
Vegetarian like pussy.
That went over his head.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Before we let you leave, one thing I want to ask you is sparring. We heard some crazy stories with you and Nate and Nick. We heard one where you guys locked the door. You guys all stayed in this gym and basically just settled it so someone gives up. Is this what really happened? Can you walk us through this notorious story?
What is he talking about? I mean, this feels like this happens all the time. This felt like a normal day of training.
Yeah, we heard there was this Stockton brawl.
I can't think of a particular one when we got in a brawl, but we had a lot of like.
Or is this how it was always settled?
This was it. Yeah. Sometimes there'd be just no time limit.
Sometimes there'd be brawls break out there, but I can't think of a specific one. But there's sometimes guys had to fight. Yeah, we'd lock them in the cage. But I never fought.
Jake was the guy who would beat people up for real. Like it always go out of control. One time he had this boxer.
Like a nice one though.
Nah, man.
He was something nice.
This guy's a man of principle. He doesn't let no one. He doesn't let no one slide. There was actually a professional boxer that was in there. Like he was at Caesar Gracie's, and Jake was there to spar him, and he kept hugging the guy, and the guy didn't like it. He was pummeling with them, but Jake was dirty boxing him, landing it, pummeling. This is what we do, right? And the guy's frustrated, he started trying to get rough, and then he went for the takedown with Jake, right? Tough guy, right? Really walking. Really proud around the gym. Then Jake takes him down, mounts him, starts punching him, and of course the guy said no.
With boxing gloves on?
Yeah, boxing gloves and everything.
Wow. I think I slipped my boxing gloves off. So
yeah. Kind of gave him the "I could have killed you" type of look, But that happened plenty of times.
Yeah, for some reason I was always the guy that had to fight, but someone's got to hold a gym together. It ain't a joke, man. You can get killed out there. You can kill someone. Yeah. It ain't a joke. Someone's got to be an asshole in the gym. I'm a nice guy out of the gym, but when we're there at a fight gym, it's got to be serious. The way I look at it.
I love